What's up, guys? This is Jason from the Jason and Jabari Gaming, and I have a bit of a different type of rank up for you guys. This will be my fourth rank 4, but today I'm not going to be choosing my rank 4. Actually, I have two people on call with me right now. I have Infamous and I have Matt2Hill. I will leave a link to both of their channels in the description of this video. They are going to basically state why they believe I should rank up the character out of my Battlegrounds deck, and then they'll come to an agreement on which one I'm going to go with. So I get no say in it, but they're here to do this for me, which I appreciate. Thank you so much, gentlemen. So I guess without further ado, I'll let Infamous, you go ahead and let me know who you think and why.
All right, so first of all, hey everyone. Second off, I think there's really only one choice when I look at your deck, and you did say it's restricted to basically champions in your deck, right? You basically want to upgrade
That is
some of
correct.
your most used characters. Yeah. So, I appreciate balance when it comes to rank fours to a degree. I think right now you're weighted heavily tech, obviously first, and then you've got like 2 cosmics, 2 skills, a mutant, 1 science, and 1 mystic. So I was kind of first and foremost looking at the mutant class, the science class, and the mystic class, just to kind of establish some balance. Like if there was a clear standout in one of those classes that you just like in one of the other classes that's just so much above and beyond better, like I would say like it's okay to have a bunch more of one class than the other. But when I looked at the mystic class, I mean, it just has to be Doom, man. Your next rank 4 has to be Doom when I look at this. He's probably, after Mephisto, in my opinion, the second biggest threat in the Mystic class as a defender. Because with Torchband, I mean, yes, there's good counters to him, but he forces you to pick a counter for him, whether that's Eye Bomb or Scorpion. He hits the hardest through the block, probably of any of the Mystics. He has the potential to stun you, place a shock on you if you're not shock immune. He has limited counters, and he takes a while to take down. He soft counters champions like Archangel. If you aren't able to ban them, his crit resistance can result in a really bad time. And that's just his defensive capabilities. Like obviously, there's counters to everyone, but he's, in my opinion, the second most threatening Mystic on defense. When I look at offensive capabilities, are there bigger nukes? Yes, you've got Longshot in your deck. He's a bigger nuke against buff-heavy matchups, but his versatility is nothing compared to Doom's. I think of Doom, he can take champions like Korg. He can take Kingpins in under a minute, taking advantage of MD and the Unstoppable. He can honestly just take so many different champions just purely because his damage output and control of the fight is ridiculous. And it's kind of a no-brainer to me. I mean, Matt, feel free to weigh in here, and I'm sure maybe you have a completely different opinion, and that's totally fine. But for me, when I look at this, it's like having an R4 Doom like stops you from being at a disadvantage when it comes to like most of the decks you're facing. Like almost every deck I've seen has a rank 4 Doom in it, and I think there's good reason for that. And so that would be by far and away my top option, with a slight lean towards Domino if you wanted to go mutant. But far and away, I think Doom is the most versatile choice that will serve you the best both ways.
Okay. Again, I don't get a say. This is basically you and Matt just pretty much saying what's up, what you guys think, and then coming to an agreement. So I didn't want to interrupt. If you are finished with your argument, I guess Matt, you can go ahead and start yours.
Okay, sound. Welcome, and thank you for having me. So when I looked at your Battlegrounds deck, there was 3 champions that came to mind straight away. One of them was Doom, as Infamous has pointed out. Fantastic 2-way option, very good defender, as you know. Like you said, there's counters, everybody has counters. For me, I also looked at the classes that you had, and So that took one of the options that I was thinking then away as soon as I looked in the classes, because that was a cosmic champion that now you do have a lot of them. So it kind of made me go against that one. So the one I actually ended up picking was a science champion. I think they're a really good two-way option. There's a couple people that have them at rank 4 and have done really well with them in Battlegrounds from the streams that I've seen so far. He does kind of counter Doom in a way. I do know that you do have a little bit of an issue with Doctor Doom yourself. You're not a big fan of wanting to rank them up. So I actually picked Immortal Abomination. Defensively, he's a tank. A lot of the times at the moment, you're seeing people throwing Scorpion and stuff at him, which is fair enough. The rank 4 is going to have a huge health pool. It's going to be just a long fight for someone using a Scorpion or someone like that to try and take them out. He drags counters out because they know they need to have a poison immune. They can try and Archangel it. They've got to pray to RNGesus that Archangel can get it done and get it done well. Because a few poisons from a rank 4 A-bomb, that's probably going to take out most. If he gets to an SP2, they're not poison immune, they're dead. If he gets to an SP3, they're dead. For me, especially going on to attack as well, he just gives you a lot of different options to be able to do fights with. He's going to drag counters out. And realistically, that's just the option that I thought was the best kind of two-way. Alongside, like Infamous said, Doom was the close second to I-Bomb after that.
Okay. Gentlemen, the arguments have been presented. So I guess briefly amongst yourselves, it sounds to me, and I don't want to really say anything here. It sounds to me like you both kind of hinted towards Doom, in agreement with Doom. I know you just made your argument for I-Bomb, but briefly, what do you guys think? If there is a compromise, or do you guys just think Doom is the way, or do you guys think maybe after hearing what Matt said, you can understand why he said I-Bomb, or just kind of whatever you guys end result is what I will be doing live right now.
You started Infamous, so I'll let you go again.
Yeah, to be honest, no, I 100% concur, because again, the classes that I looked at were basically the classes that you had one rank 4 in, which is Mystic, Science, and the Mutant class.
Correct.
And like, my honest answer is like ranked for Doom, I-Bomb, and Domino. Like that's like my honest answer, like of like the order should be like your preference, your rank up materials. I think they should all be at rank 4 based on your deck. That being said, like, again, I 100% concur that I-Bomb is a good two-way champion. I don't think he's as big of a defensive threat as Doom, but that being said, like, he can pose problems in the right situation. Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with you, Matt. I think I-Bomb's a great champion, and so it kind of comes down to, like, in my opinion, as I look at your deck and I look at the science champions you have, like, Torch is getting banned almost always. Mr. Fantastic is almost always too slow, but is a good champ. Like, he can win fights in the right circumstances, but he's usually, in my opinion, like slower than what they've got going on, even though he finishes fights at 100% health usually. Very tanky, but like, I think, and Yellow Jacket is a great champion, but I think you're going to get way more value out of I-Bomb as your next science rank 4. Doom by far and away in the Mystic class is the clear contender for me of the options in your deck, and then yeah, Domino would probably be the number 1 mutant choice for me. So in my opinion, I don't know, Matt, it's kind of hard to say how to prioritize those champions in my opinion, because again, Doom and Domino are the better defenders. I think I-Bomb and Doom have similar utility in terms of offense. They both can, I mean, I-Bomb maybe more so because he counters essentially most of the Mystic class. and also counters things like Omega Sentinel and just like other champions that at rank 4 you'd be able to take down just with poison because they're not poison immune. So I think he has the edge on Doom offensively. So my honest opinion, and again, like I know you don't want to give any input, Jay Will, is like if you feel like you want to improve your defense, I would go Doom. If you feel like you want to improve your like offense and defense, I would go iBomb probably next. But I don't know, Matt, how would you go about prioritizing which one to do first, since Jay Will has the like resources to do either?
I agree with you 100%. Like both of the champions that we've suggested, they're gonna make a difference. You see a lot of people with rank 4 Dooms in the deck, and like Infamous said, you not having that rank 4 like they have puts you at a slight disadvantage. At the same time, with Battlegrounds, we could tell you to rank up anybody, and then you might not even ever hit them in the draft. Like it's all a game. I agree that Doom is an incredible defender. Like he drags a counter out. You know, as soon as someone picks Doom, like you're gonna have to find a counter to it.
Yeah.
I've personally struggled using Doom quite a lot offensively. I feel like he's been quite slow, but I haven't really played Battlegrounds properly myself since I did the push to go Gladiator Circuit from the Bulwark meta.
Yeah.
To which he was obviously slightly harmed in that anyway. So yeah, I think it's so tough. It's the two good choices.
It really is. I think what you said though made up my mind. I think way more decks that you're gonna run into like are gonna have a rank 3 iBomb that you currently match. Like you're matched, right? If they have a rank 3 iBomb, you have one as well.
Correct.
And like that power level is the same. But way more decks you're running into a disadvantage of having the weaker Doom. And even if it is like mostly defense, like I do think that in Battlegrounds, like the most important thing in my experience is just purely being able to slow down the enemy attack. And Doom, in my opinion, is one of the most fantastic champions for doing that. There's so many things that he can do just purely by being an annoying AI that slow down the fight. He has access to the most powerful class mastery in MD that you have to worry about. And I think in Battlegrounds, legitimately, defense wins matches. Like if you have the champion that's going to make the other person take 75 seconds, let's say your rank 4 Doom takes 75 seconds instead of 60. Like I think you're going to see returns and wins in rounds from that more than you'll see from the iBomb rank up immediately. But again, so I think, again, I'm heavily leaning Doom. Like if I'm being non-biased and just saying like I think this is the best move for your roster, my vote still would be Doom.
Yeah, I think if you want to like slightly change your video and just have it like we'll do Doom now and then iBomb later, that'd be the perfect scenario. Again, Doom has been hindered by a couple of the metas, but as soon as you open up his full damage potential, he just does work. And again, the two champions that in their own rights probably are the strongest in the class. Like you said, Mystic Dispersion comes in, especially for Doom. Doom also has a special 2 that can catch anybody.
Yep.
Jay, well, I know I've seen in a few of your streams you've got really angry at yourself when you've been caught by a Doom special 2.
This is true.
Because you know the moment that hits you, especially from a rank 4 Doom,
You've
that's
lost around
probably
pretty much.
50% of your health minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
so
punishing.
Again, yeah. He's probably worth the initial rank up, in my opinion. So I would vote Doom, but I'd say coming to your next one, I'd definitely put A-Bomb very high up the list.
Yeah, I would. The reason I agree with that so much is because, like, as I look at your deck, I think your science counters are the weakest thing in your deck. That being said, like, you have my favorite science counter currently, which is Scorpion, and like you have that rank 3 iBomb. But then basically after that, you're down to one other science champion, which is basically Yellow Jacket because Torch is almost never on the table. And yeah, in my opinion, Yellow Jacket is so much more AI dependent than iBomb. So I think like by far and away, like increasing the power level of your science champions in your deck after Doom would be the next priority. But yeah, my vote's still Doom.
Okay. All right, gentlemen. Well, this has been enlightening for me and hopefully for some of you fans. But it sounds like the general consensus is for me to initially take up Doom and then potentially go with someone like iBomb next. Is that is
Yep.
that what we're agreeing on, gentlemen?
I'd say so, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. So we're gonna do that live right now, guys. We're gonna go ahead and hit the button here. And honestly, I really like this, guys. I really like learning you guys' thought process as to why you guys tick the way that you do, if that makes any sense. And honestly, guys, I will have my next rank 4 after we get Eternity of Pain rewards. So to me, this needs to happen again in case you guys change your mind. That's what that sounds like to me. And there is one interchangeable. Well, there's a few interchangeable champions that I do change into my deck, but I just didn't want to oversaturate it with champions, and then you guys be like, "What the heck is going on here?" But I do switch in and out Spider Pig with Yellow Jacket and or Mr. Fantastic. I think you both were on the call when I went against IP, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that was one of the interchangeable champions that I did switch out, and that's because I do value Spider Pig. I think him and Yellow Jacket with the power stings are pretty valuable, and I also switched out or switched in Mr. Fantastic once or twice to see if I could trip up IP, and then I switched him out because, like you said, Infamous, he's good, but he's also slow. And as we know, Battlegrounds is not just about strategy and health pools and things of that nature, but it's also about speed. So sometimes he could be really good, but you'll end up losing because of the time duration that it takes. So I'm glad that you guys brought up those points. That is fantastic. There it is, guys. There is my new rank 4 Doctor Doom Sig 200. Let's see if that affected my prestige. I'm sure it did. Oh, wow. It took me up to 15,672, so 15,672, and I was like at 15,300 prior. So yeah, no, thank you, gentlemen, for your time. I know you have to go, Infamous, but let me ask on stream real quick. Would you gentlemen be willing to do another discussion like this in the near future when I get my next materials to take up my next rank 4? Is
Yeah,
that
for sure,
something we
man.
could do?
Always happy to help.
Okay. What about you, Matt?
Yeah, of course. Sorry, I was actually doing an AQ fight and the defender just went unstoppable, so it caught me off guard. Yeah, of course. Yeah, anytime.
Okay. Also, guys, there was supposed to be Yoon Nam, my trainer, or Odyssey. Unfortunately, he is asleep right now, so hopefully he'll be able to make the call next time, guys. But we will do this again next time because well, you guys know if it's up to me, I will probably go with group next, right? let's just,
Right,
let's
right.
just be honest. So, in order to keep myself in check and keep myself competitive, not that I think my bad rank ups are not bad or good, I just like them and they can do useful things like every other champion. But I think this is healthy if I'm wanting to be as competitive as these gentlemen are. So again, thank you so much for attending the call, Matt2Hill and Infamous. And again, guys, if you have not subscribed to these guys, they are the best of the best. They play for the best alliances. They hang out with the best people, in my opinion, and they absolutely want to get better, and I do as well. So please go subscribe to these two individuals. They're very smart, and I can't say enough good things about them. But until then, I'm gonna drop it here, and you guys have a good one. Peace.
Later, guys.